All right, welcome back to another one of our film reviews. Today we are talking Pittsburgh Steelers rookie defensive tackle Derrick Harmon, and I tell you what, Steelers fans, this young rookie is getting better and better. He is very quickly becoming a dominant force up front for the Steelers. We'll break down everything he did so well. As always, in the comment section below, give us any feedback you might have. If you're a fan of these film reviews and want to help support us so we can do more of them, consider becoming a member of our channel. There's a link in the description box below that will take you right there. But without further ado, let's jump right into the film. All right, let's open up with a pass rush, and there's Harmon right there lined up on the left side of your screen. He's lined up in a 5 technique, but he's outside the right tackle, and they've got a heavy tackle in the game of 6 offensive linemen here for the Cleveland Browns, and they're going to sell a play-action pass. They're going to have play-action this way for the running back. They're going to sell fake that way. Everyone up front is kind of working alongside this direction right here. Tight end working down as well. So it's one of those situations where they're trying to take a shot down the field. They got max protect going on. And this is a situation where the Cleveland Browns are going to be the Cleveland Browns. So they make a mistake here. It's just a screwy play. 44 kind of runs into people. Again, it's Cleveland, right? It's what do you expect? It's how they've been for 26 years at this point. But if you look at Harmon right here, what you got to do is when you play a team like the Browns or any NFL team and they give you an opportunity, you got to make them pay. When they make a mistake, he's there to get the tackle, get the sack, get the quarterback down on the ground. Let's check it out. Little motion. There's the play action. Look at this. Before I get to this, where's the running back going? Where's the quarterback going? This is a play action. I mean, I don't want to make fun of Cleveland so much because I mean they've done some good things. I mean they beat the Packers for goodness sakes. So the only team to beat the Green Bay Packers. So listen, in the Browns they do have their moments every once in a while, but boy oh boy, I mean just look at this, guys. Gotta love that. Look at 44. You got offensive tackle running into tight end. Look what happens to Harmon right here. They just stop blocking him. I mean, this is just the Cleveland Browns, guys. But let's look at Derrick Harmon, right? So right here, he's stepping outside the gap to his left. You can see the entire Steeler front 3. They all do that. That's the assignment when you run a 3-4 defense. You slant gaps. It happens. So right here, you get into your gap. Now you go into pass rush mode. Does a good job right there. He's rushing, got an eye on the quarterback, and they let him go. And what's he do? Take advantage and gets the guy on the ground. When you play a team that gives you opportunities, you have to bury them. There's a saying, right? The mark of a good team is they beat the bad teams and beat them decisively. I think that's true, and I also think you see this from good players. The mark of a good player is when they play a bad team, they make a lot of big plays, and that's Derrick Harmon, and he's a good player, right? He's made good plays when he hasn't had opportunities like this, and we'll break down all the other stuff he did well against Cleveland, and he had a really nice game, and he's had a really nice rookie year up to this point. But this is the mark of a good player. When you play a bad team and they give you opportunities, you got to get it done. Harmon does here. Nice rep. All right, from the wide copy, there's the play fake to nobody. Harmon gets the pressure along with Highsmith. I mean, look at Highsmith right here at the bottom of the screen. Beats a tackle, avoids the running back. That's a really nice play. But like I always say, the good players, Highsmith's a good player, they make the bad players and the bad teams pay. You know who else is a good player? Derrick Harmon, again, doing his job, gets in his gap, sees an opportunity, takes it, makes a sack. Good rep. All right, how about some good old-fashioned run defense in a 3-4 alignment? And there's Harmon right there, lined up in a 4-eye technique on the inside eye of that tackle right there. If he was on the outside shoulder of the guard, we would call that a 3 technique. If he was on the outside shoulder of the tackle, we'd call that a 5 technique. So, for example, Y.A. Black over here, he's lined up in a 5 technique. Just a quick refresher for everybody. The Browns are just going to run standard inside concept this direction. It's just a kind of mono block right here. We're going to get a double team here. We're going to get sort of zone kind of double blocking. It's more of a gap scheme inside. But you're going to see Harmon take on this double team, give up no ground, and then come off and make the tackle with a great 2-gap technique. Phenomenal rep from the rookie. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's the run. Minimal gain. Good defense. Let's look at Harmon at the point of attack. Got the double team at him right there. Stays his ground. Maybe a little high, right? You'd like him to maybe dip that knee. I think he tries to there. He just loses a little bit. I mean, it's not the greatest turf in the world. Boy, a lot of people are saying bad things about Acrisure, and you look at the ground, yikes. But he holds his ground pretty well, all considering, and then comes off and makes a tackle. And that's what run defense is all about, guys. Hold your ground, hold your gap, don't give up any turf, and then make the play when the opportunity's there. It's all about team defense, right? You can see everyone's in their gap, bodies and bodies. Running back has nowhere to go. In the second half, though, is the finish, right? You got to defend the initial surge right there. You got to counter by holding your gap. Good job. But now you got to finish. Harmon does here. Nice play. All right, from the wide copy, you can see Harmon right there at the point of attack. We let the motion. Little on 2 here. There we go. There's a snap. It gives up maybe a yard of movement. I think part of that's the turf. I mean, look how his feet slide. So he's holding his ground. Whoop. Almost like a little ice bowl action there. Wow, that's pretty crazy. But he doesn't get pancaked. He doesn't lose his footing. And he makes a tackle. Really good athlete. Like one of those things that's very deceptive about Harmon because he's such a big guy. Not unlike number 97. Not unlike number 94, their other rookie defensive tackle. I mean, these guys up front, they're big. They're strong. They play with good technique. But they're pretty nifty on their feet like we see here from Harmon. Makes a tackle as well. Nice play. All right, let's go with some more pass rush, and there's Harmon right there, line up on the left side of your screen. We're going to call it a wide 3 technique right here because he's on the outside shoulder of the guard. I understand he's kind of a 4-eye, but because they've got a defensive end in a pass rush situation this wide, I'm going to call it a wide 3 technique. But anyway, this is going to be a blitz here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So we're going to have number 6 drop into coverage at the snap, but everyone else is coming right here, and TJ Watt's coming. Everyone else is coming. Wilson's coming this direction. I almost think that right here, Harmon, he's trying to stunt around, although I'm not exactly sure. It may kind of work out that way, just how the play operates. I'm not exactly sure the scheme. But basically what he does is he fires into offensive linemen and just wreck shops, helps push the pocket right in the quarterback's lap as the edge rushers come around the edge. This is, again, great team defense across the board. Let's check it out. There's a snap. 6 drops. Here's the blitz. Pocket collapses. Quarterback down. That's a team sack right there. My goodness gracious. All right, let's look at Harmon right here at the point of attack. Number 77 on him. Bull rushes inside, gets through the center, knocks him back. I mean, basically embarrasses the center. Look at this guy. Oh, my goodness. 55 right there. He sees him coming. He's got his eye on Harmon right there. He's like, I'm going to block him. I'm going to be a hero. And he gets absolutely lifted. Oh, my goodness gracious. Look at Harmon right here lifting 55. Boom. It's like an uppercut. Watch Harmon's right arm right there. He picks him up and, like, lifts him off the ground. Does he get airborne? Not quite. Pretty close. That would have been crazy. But this is power. This is athleticism. You talk about pushing the pocket and have it collapsing from the quarterback's lap. This is what people are talking about. This is so good from Harmon. The first rep, the sack, yeah, that was an opportunity that he took advantage of, which you have to do if you're a good player, of course, like I mentioned. But this is just physical dominance from the rookie. Incredible play from 99. All right, from the wide copy, watch Harmon right there. At the snap, he's just going to bolt through the guard and then pull through the center. Boom. Boom. Oh, my goodness gracious, guys. Look at this. Look at the center. Yikes. I could watch this all day. Boom. Lord Almighty, he's so powerful. Y.A. Black's pretty strong too, right? These two rookies are, I tell you what, they are just beasts up front. What a find by Omar Khan and the Steelers front office getting both these guys. You know, a lot of people talk about the Steelers defense and how they can improve and what steps they need to take this year. I tell you what, they got it with these rookies. Really nice players, really good defense across the board. Great job here from Harmon. All right, going back to the run defense, and you can see Harmon, number 99 right there, line up in a 4-eye technique, and the Steelers 3-4 right there's the 3, and there's the 4. They've got an 8th man in the box lined up as well. And this is just good gap defense here across the board. So you can see how it shakes out, right? This gap here. Right, from Harmon, he's going to get a block right in his face. We're going to bring a tight end in motion. He's going to kick out the end man line of scrimmage. 44 is going to work up to the next level. We're going to get double teams right here. We're going to get double teams right here, working up to the next level, right? We're going to get kind of an inside gap concept just like this. Standard old school, simple running concept. Nothing flashy, nothing crazy. I want you guys to watch Harmon. This is how you play your gap. He engages the tackle, stays square, completely covers up the hole, helps make the play as well. This is phenomenal stuff, guys. Let's check it out. There's a motion. There's a snap. Inside run, nowhere to go, minimal gain. Let's look at Harmon right here at the point of attack, right? Takes on the blocker, see how he stays square, right in his gap the entire time. The entire time. You can see the right guard here works up to the next level as the nose guard slants away. And who is that? Is that Benton? Yeah, I know you're slanting, dude, but can we not get, out by the defensive tackle? Who's that, Hayward over here? Yeah, your job is probably not to end up next to Hayward, I'm just saying. I don't want to be too critical of 95, but he has not had a good season. 77 gets up to the linebacker. This is what the Browns are kind of looking for right here because of the movement they get on that nose guard. But what does Harmon do? He gets hit in his gap, engages the offensive lineman, has this tackle's butt in the hole, and he's in his gap right there. This running back has nowhere to go. So he has to slow his feet down, chop his feet, run into the pile. TJ Watt's there to make the tackle. This is perfect run defense here from Harmon. Compare Harmon's technique and how he plays this to 95. 95 gets washed down, blown out of the way. What does Harmon do? Stay square, good punch, good base. Force the running back into the help. This is great team defense. This is great run defense overall from Derrick Harmon. Nice rep from the rookie. All right, from the wide copy, watch Harmon again at the point of attack. Good shot, good punch. Look at that punch. He uses his hands so well. You talk about well coached at Oregon. My goodness gracious. Boom, look at that. Has his hands on him so quickly. Right. Look at these other Steelers defenders right there. They're all kind of trying to get their hands on him. Hayward's really good too. This must be Steelers coaching because all of them are using their hands this well. I give credit to the Steelers coaching staff, but watch this. Hands, extension, getting your gap, nowhere for the running back to go. Again, big body, strong, not giving up any ground, holding your ground. This is really, really good here from Harmon and the Pittsburgh Steelers defensively as a group. And I think that's a key part of it here. Harmon is doing well, but he's doing it in the context of a really good team defense. And I think that's why the Steelers are so excited. Because you can have a rookie star who's making some plays, but if you're not doing it in the context of a team unit, it's sort of all for naught. Harmon's making his plays while doing his job. Really nice rookie find for Pittsburgh. Now let's hear from the sponsor of today's video. I wanted to take a minute today to talk about something that's important to me, and I know it's important to a lot of you guys as well, and that's having a great website or application with all the data you need, whether you're a fan, whether you're creating a YouTube show, whether you're into gambling. Having that website or application with phenomenal data at your fingertips is critical, and that's why we're excited to work with our sponsor today, and that is Outlier. Outlier is a phenomenal website, guys. It's super user-friendly and it collects all the data, whether you're into betting or whether you're just a fan looking for information. It's one of these things in today's day and age with the internet and all these sources, it can be hard to find good, solid pieces of data in one location. Outlier is the place to go for that. And the best part is, guys, they're offering a free 7-day trial. And trust me, after the 7-day trial, you're going to stay on. It's that good. Use our code SMI7. There's also a link in the description box below to get access to that free 7-day trial. Outlier, super user-friendly. It's got all kinds of tools at your fingertips to manipulate their insights, to send things directly to sports books if it's time to place your bets. It's an awesome application. Make sure you check it out. Again, use our code SMI7 for a free 7-day trial. There's a link in the description box below. Make sure you check it out today. All right, sticking with the running game, and there's Harmon right there. Line up in a 5 technique. Again, we got a heavy offensive tackle out here. We're going to get a little motion pre-snap here also from the Cleveland Browns, and they're going to run it right here with an inside zone concept. I tell you what, the Browns are so vanilla. I get it. They got a young quarterback, but boy, oh boy, they need to, if they want to have any chance, they got to try and improve their creativity on offense. But what we're going to get here from Harmon is as this tackle tries to base reach him, he again holds his ground, he sets the edge, and he stays square. It's far from his most physically dominating play, but anytime you do a good job at the point of attack, not giving up ground and having the offensive lineman's butt in the hold and you holding the edge right here if you're lined up where Harmon is, the running back runs right at you, and then he has to like slow down, try and find a cutback, try and bounce around. At that point, the cavalry arrives and it cleans up the play. Again, team defense wins the day for Pittsburgh yet again. Let's check it out. There's a little motion. There's a snap. There's the inside zone. Running back has to jump around, and there's nothing there. How about Keanu Benton here? Caught him out on the previous play. Blows the center up and makes the tackle. Nice job, 95. Really good work here. Good rep. Let's look at Harmon at the point of attack. Remember, they're slanting to their right. Again, shooting gaps. They're slanting to the left, the right side of your screen, excuse me. Shooting gaps. So when the tackle goes to base reach him, he knows he's got to set the edge. Right here, he does it with a great base, hand right in the tackle's chest, butt in the hole right there. Running back has nowhere to go. Now, part of that is Benton right here doing a great job. But let's say Benton doesn't get this penetration. Running back's trying to hit this crease. But right here, 78's butt in the hole, right? And Harmon's right there on the outside to come off and make the play if necessary. And you can see the Steelers, they're all doing it. 25, the DB in the box has his hand, feet, body in a good position. Team defense, guys. TJ Watt doing his job on the edge too. Everyone's playing with good body position, playing square, right in their gaps. Phenomenal team defense. Harmon doing his part for the Steelers. All right, from the wide copy, watch Harmon again at the point of attack. He's going to slant to the bottom of the screen at the snap. Engages. Look how he uses his hands. Now, is that hands to the face? It's close, but I think it's just under the helmet, under the face mask. We'll take it. But again, one arm sets the edge. Offensive lineman's butt in the hole. Nowhere for the running back to go, right? The running back's trying to run right off tackle. Where's he going to go, right? Maybe a little crease right there, maybe. But the offensive lineman's butt in the hole. 77's butt in the hole. Harmon is right there to play off of it. This running back has nowhere to go. He gets the handoff. You can see he kind of chops his feet, kind of jumps around. He doesn't know where to hit. And eventually he just says, I'll just try and get what I can and fall forward. This is what you do defensively. This is how you stop the run. Really nice job by Harmon and the entire Steelers front four. All right, let's go with another pass rush play, and there's Harmon right there lined up in a 3 technique right outside the right guard shoulder. What we're going to get here from the Cleveland Browns is they're going to take the play side, which is these 3 guys on this particular play. They're all going to take the gap to their left. So left tackle's going to take this gap, left guard's going to take this gap with heavy hand inside, center's going to take this gap. And running back, he's responsible for picking up 41 if he blitzes, which he does, which leaves one-on-one right here. You've got Harmon one-on-one, and you got TJ Watt one-on-one. Now, if you're a defensive tackle, if you're a 3 technique, you love these one-on-one opportunities right here because you can go outside, you can go through, or you can go inside. You got the great 3-way go. Now you get a blitz coming inside, so that means you probably only have a 2-way go. You can go through or outside. So you got a great opportunity here, though. Either way, this is a chance to show off your stuff. The problem is Harmon gets too cute. He does this every once in a while. Something to improve on. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's the blitz. Quarterback throws it for a short little gain. Look at Gabriel's release, guys. Does this look funky to you? I mean, he's so, like, laissez-faire. It's just kind of weird. I don't know if the ball got caught in his hand. Kind of strange. But let's look at Harmon right here. Okay, defensive tackle. Two-way go. Through or outside. Which way you go with the spin move? Like I said, you're a good athlete, Harmon. You're not Dwight Freeney. Let's chill out with the spin moves. I get it. You want to try it out every once in a while to see if it'll work. Listen, 77's a vet, right? You do a spin move on him, he's like, okay, that's the easiest win I've ever had in my life. Go through him. Go through him with power and strength. Use your hands. Use your incredible power. It's not going to be, a highlight film play. No one's going to talk about you on the broadcast with a really crazy good spin move. But guess what? Sometimes it's about doing the little things. And he does it in the run game. But every once in a while with the pass rush, he gets a little too cute. I think it's probably one of the few things he needs to work on. Right here, one more time. Don't spin move, dude. Just go through 77, and you can get pressure on the quarterback. All right, from the wide copy, you can see Harmon right there. Again, I mean, he made up his mind to do the spin move right there. I mean, he basically takes out his own teammate. He does a spin move right into 41. They kind of run into each other, kind of slows down the whole play. Just go through him. Put your face mask in his chest and walk him back, or do a move outside. You can do a swim move or a push-pull concept outside, right? I'm cool with that. But right here, dude, you're a 300-pound defensive tackle. That spin move, maybe it worked at Oregon, ain't working in the National Football League. Time to put that move away. All right, time for my favorite play from Harmon all game long. So there he is right there. It's a passing situation. Of course, you can see they're lined up with a wide 3 technique and a wide edge rusher here. They've got number 6 lined up at the line of scrimmage, right? They've got edge rusher right here. I think that's Highsmith or Herbeck. I can't quite tell. What they're going to do here is something I never saw coming. They're going to drop Harmon into coverage right here. Wow, what a crazy call. But guess what? I mean, he doesn't make the play or anything, but his effort, his athleticism, and his hustle, I love to see it, right? Let's check it out. There's a snap. Oh, he's dropping into coverage. Oh, can't quite make the play, but look at his effort. Look at this. You got DBs running downfield and linebackers, and you got Harmon like the last line of defense. Like he's the DB going to tackle someone inside the 10. But you know what? I love it, right? I love defensive linemen. I love players that are willing to do this, right? And I understand he's not the most graceful guy in the world. Like his change of direction isn't exactly, pristine compared to defensive backs. But I just love the effort. I mean, how many times do we see guys when they drop into coverage, defensive tackles or defensive ends, just kind of like right here, stop, say, okay, I'm too far from home, right? Especially right here, it's like, okay, a fish out of water, excuse me. I'm kind of dead here. But no, he keeps running, keeps hustling. He's there to potentially make the play if necessary. I love it. And that's the best part about Harmon's game. And I know I made fun of him for the spin move earlier. It's something I don't think he should do. But he plays the game, even though he's a defensive tackle, as if he's a positionless player, right? And that's a big part of doing your job. You got to be willing to be a rusher when it's time to be a rusher, be a run stuffer, be the backside defender, slant either gap, and sometimes drop in a coverage. Positionless players win in today's National Football League. And I know it's hard to think of Derrick Harmon as a positionless player, how as graceful as he looks on this play. But that's really what he is. The Steelers use him in a lot of situations. And again, I know the comparisons to Hayward come up all the time. Look, a long way to go to get there, but very similar dynamic. He's not just a run stuffer. He's not just a pass rusher. He's not just an athlete in terms of playing defensive line. He's a little bit of everything, and the Steelers view him as such. I think it makes him a great tool for them the rest of the season and the rest of his career.